Mac fans, today I will be telling you if you need more RAM or not. So most people get the base models of Mac Minis, iMacs, etc. that come with 4 gigabytes worth of space, 4 gigabytes worth of RAM, sorry. And some people they don't know if that's enough or not, and they normally hit the virtual memory instead of using the physical memory. So first of all, easy way to figure out if you're using too much RAM or not is go to Activity Monitor, and here's mine. Down here I've got some apps running that I would normally have running. I'd normally have a few extra things running actually at the same time. So I went with the 4 gigabytes worth base model myself, and do I regret doing that? No, because it's usable. I can load all the apps I want because the virtual memory just expands and expands. So what's the point of upgrading RAM if your virtual memory is going to do the job for you? With virtual memory, basically it's RAM that's stuck in your hard drive, and most base installations only have 5,400 RPM hard disk drives. So of course that means they're very slow compared to physical RAM. They're like they're very slow. So basically, even though I've got all these apps running, they're not running at optimal speed. They're not great, and they have to swap too much, which means they're going from RAM to hard drive constantly. So how can we tell how much virtual memory is being used or how much physical RAM is being used? So let's have a look. Here, that's the actual RAM, physical RAM pie chart. The little green part there is how much we have free. The red part's wired. The yellow part's active, currently in use by these, and the blue part's inactive, being used by apps that are. It's quite hard to explain, but this and because it's a simple tutorial for those who are just starting, I don't really want to get too in depth. But inactive is basically programs that are stored on there until you use them, or documents stored on there until you use them. That's as far as I'll go. Down here is how much is used, 3.97 gigabytes. So this is our virtual memory size, 284 gigabytes. Don't worry about that. It sounds huge, but that's something not too important at the moment. But I won't go into depth because it's a simple tutorial. Page-ins we do not need to worry about. What we need to worry about is page outs and swap. For this tutorial I would just be showing you the page outs. So I have 4 gigabytes worth of RAM being used. Oh, before I get into this actually, if you open Activity Monitor and have the certain apps you normally use open at the same time, and it's under 200 megabytes worth space free on your RAM, it would definitely be worth considering upgrading. So let's get that out of the way. So page outs, all this is being used. This is basically not physical, it's virtual. So that means this is all being stored on your hard drive, which of course means you're getting worse performance from your Mac. So the only way to improve, well, there are different ways to improve your performance. For one, you could delete apps, don't run as many as you used to, run some performance test and change some settings here and there. But that's not going to change much, and you also lose out on a lot of the benefits that you have from having a Mac in the first place. So the only way to go around this is to actually upgrade your RAM. So you guys won't be having 8.9 gigabytes worth of RAM page outs. You'll probably get much less, if any at all. If you don't get any at all, don't upgrade, it's not worth it. But for those like me who do a lot of things, a lot of multitasking at the same time, you most likely need to upgrade. So this 8.9 gigabytes here is a certain sign that I need at least 8 gigabytes worth of extra RAM inside my Mac Mini for what I want to do at the pace I'm doing it at, so stuff don't slow down as much. So let's just call it 9, and that's 4 over here. So in total I need 13 gigabytes worth of space, or because you obviously can't get RAM in that size, you have to get 16 gigabytes worth instead. So have a look at your page outs and see how much it's being used. And if you need help, feel free to send me a question on not Facebook, YouTube. Just send me a message with a screenshot, and I'll tell you whether you need to upgrade or not. But if it's over 3 gigabytes worth of page outs, I would most certainly say you would need to upgrade. Thank you for watching. Take care. Subscribe. Let's make a new signature for MacMostlyUK. So we're going to call it MacMostlyUK. So that's easiest.